Dear students, and welcome to the new episode, which is directed to the IGCSE candidates. In this episode, I'm going to solve another questions which are related with the organic chemistry, and these questions are cited from three different past papers, and all of these questions, question number 4, but from different years. The first one from 2014, June 31, and the second one, same year, 2014, same series, which is June, but paper number 32, and the last question from year 2016, June 33. So, let's start with the first question. In this question, you have the structures of some organic compounds are shown. In the first one, you have here double bond. So this compound, it's called cyclic alkene. Why it's cyclic? Because the compound, it's like a ring, so it's called cyclic alkene. Alkene because it's double bond. This one, it's alkane, saturated. And this one, alkene, which is different from the cyclic one. This one, it's normal alkene. Alkene, because there's double bond. And in the next one, here we have alcohol. Alcohol. And this one, it's alkane, similar to this one. And this one also alcohol, because they have OH group. So, which two of these compounds are alcohols? It's very clear, it's S and U. Both of them are alcohol. Why? Because both of them have OH group. This one, which is functional group of alcohols. Which two of these compounds are saturated hydrocarbons? Saturated hydrocarbons, which are alkene, which is Q and T. Q, T. Here in this equation, methanol and ethanol are alcohols in the same homolog series, same family. Complete the following sentence about the homolog series using words from the list. You have alcohols, chemical, compounds, elements, functional, mixture, physical. So a homolog series is a family of similar, what? Similar compound. Similar compounds with similar, why? What similar what? Chemical properties. Chemical. Why they have same chemical properties, both of them, methanol and ethanol? Because they have same functional group. Functional group. What's the functional group of both of methanol and ethanol? Actually, it's OH. Next question. Ethene is an alkene. Double bond. Draw the structure of ethene showing all atoms and all bonds. That means displayed formula. So 2 carbons, because eth, between them double bond, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. So this one is the displayed formula. We have shown all the atoms, how they have bonded with each other of the structure of alkene, which is ethene. Describe how aqueous bromine is used to show that ethene is unsaturated in unsaturated compound. Bromine water change from orange to colorless. So ethene with bromine water, the color of it will be changed from orange to colorless. So in this case we have proved that ethene it's from alkene groups and unsaturated. Ethene is manufactured by cracking. State the condition needed for cracking. What do we need? We need high temperature. High temperature. And here we have an example of cracking. Complete the chemical equation for the cracking of hex decane 16 hex 6 dec it's 10 and ane, so you have 16 carbons. This compound is cracked to two compounds, to alkene because C3H6 is CnH2n. This is for alkene, and the remain actually it's C13H2628 should be. Okay. Next question. So here there is another question which is about alkanes. Alkenes and alcohols are three different homolog series of organic compounds. What's meant by the term homolog series? That means you need to say different family. So as they have different family, different chemical properties, and different chemical properties, and also you may say different functional group, different functional groups. We have a list of difference, so you need to, because it's 2 marks, you have two. You may say they have general trend in a different of physical properties like a boiling point and melting point, and also you can say each member of each homolog is increased by CH2. Okay. So in the next question, we have this structure. The structures of some alkanes, alkenes and alcohols are shown below. Which of two of these compounds, F, G, H, I, J and K, are saturated? So here saturated should be all the bonds between the carbon single bond. So this one saturated, this one saturated, so it's F and G. Explain the explanation, because there is a only single bonds between the carbons, between all the carbons, which is saturated. And the next question, which one of these compounds is the main constituent of natural gas? The natural gas, it's methane gas. So first one, F, which is CH4, methane gas. Which two of these compounds are alkenes with double bond? So here this is double bond, here this one is double bond, H and J. H, J. Why are two compounds I and K not hydrocarbons? Because I, this one I and K, why they aren't hydrocarbons? Because they have oxygen atoms. Having oxygen atom. The table gives some information about 4 alcohols, methanol here, and this one, how many carbons here? 2 carbons, so this one it's ethanol. Okay, and as you know, the the boiling point and melting point, it will be increased as you or as the number of carbons is increased. Okay, so here the boiling point of methanol should be, now you can just 1 minute please, 98 minus, so you may say 65 or 60, both of them are correct. Okay, and here in the give the name of the alcohol with the formula C2H6O, we said it's ethanol. A student predict that the density of the alcohols increase as the number of carbon atoms increase. Does the data in the table support this prediction? Is it correct? As a general trend, yes. Why? Here, the general trend, you can say, because there is a general increase, you can say here, yes, general increase in carbon number. Okay, and why it's the reason also, as we have learned that density decrease in carbon number. That's all, just the explanation. This one is enough. The number, it's go up steadily, this one, so just because we have here increasing in a carbon number. Suggest a value for boiling point of methanol. We said it's 65 Celsius. In the next question, the alcohol with formula C2H6O bonds in a limited, that means here your combustion incomplete. At once you need to produce carbon monoxide and water. We need to balance this equation. Don't forget to balance any combustion reaction. Balance first of all carbon, then hydrogen, at the end oxygen. So here you have 2 carbons, so add 2 here. You have 6 hydrogens, so here add 3. At the end here you have 3 oxygen. Here you have 2. So you have how many oxygens? You have 5 oxygens. Here you have 4 already. Here you have 1. So it's already balanced. Just you need to add 2 and 3. State an adverse effect of carbon monoxide on health. It's toxic gas. Toxic gas. In the next question, petroleum is a mixture of hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbon, it's carbon and hydrogen. A compound which it contains only carbon and hydrogen. Contains a hydrocarbon, it's a compound which it contains carbon and hydrogen. In the next question, you have petroleum can be separated into different fractions by fractional distillation. The diagram shows fractionating column. The fractions are shown by letters. What I want from all of you, dear students, you need to memorize the fractions from your coursework. So describe how the fractional distillation is used to separate the petroleum into fractions. In your eyes, okay, change of state, free. Okay, so in the fractionating column, as you go down, the state of matter will be changed gradually from gas, then liquid at the end or at the bottom of the fractionating column, it will be solid. And in the same thing, in the boiling point, it will be increased. Boiling point is increased. Why? Because carbon number is increased. Carbon number is increased. What do we need? Difference in boiling point, change of state. So what do we need also? We need to say, because it's 5 marks, here we talked about the state of matter. At the top of fractionating column, you have lighter molecule. Here we have lighter molecule, which is always methane gas with 1 carbon, and at the bottom here we have a fraction with the highest or the heaviest one with highest number of carbons, which is bitumen, okay, which is used for road foundation. So you'll see we have more than different reasons or explanation for this question. You may pick only 5 reasons, because this question is it weighs 5 marks. Here we have in this question C, the properties of the fractions are shown in the table. Number of carbon 1 to 4, percentage by mass. Okay. Describe how the number of carbon atoms affect the boiling. It's effect actually, because as we have explained here, the higher the value of the boiling point, the greater of number of carbons. So it's very clear here. You can see fraction E, the number of carbons is ranged between 20 to 25, and the boiling point is ranged between 300 to 350. So the one who has more carbon atoms, its boiling point, it's the highest. Okay, so we can same reasoning in the previous question. Determining the percentage by mass of fraction F. Fraction F. So here we have, you need to add all of them, then you have to subtract them from 100. The rest, which is represent the F fraction, which is 52. Okay. Which one of the fractions is mainly gaseous at 25 Celsius? Gaseous at 25 Celsius, that means a fraction, because less than 40. At room temperature, the room temperature is 25. So any one, these compounds, which it contains 1 to 4 carbons, and all of them, they are belong to the fraction A. So fraction A, it's collected as a gas, because they will boil at less than 40. So all of them are gases at room temperature. And fraction F is the residue. It contains bitumen. Give 1 use of bitumen. As I told you, road surface or road foundation. Also could be used as a lubricant. So one of them you can write it, and that's enough. And the fraction, so here we can say road surface or lubricant, or you can say it's waterproofing. That means it's also we have use it in the preventing the rusting. One of the methods is oiling or greasing by using lubricant oil. Okay, in the fraction C can be cracked to form alkenes. Describe one condition required for cracking. Similar to the previous question, high temperature. Next question, it's also about cracking, but here the alkane is shorter than the previous one. You have formed 7 to 16, 7CnH2n plus 2. So this one, it's alkane. The other one should be alkene. So you have and one other 2-decane and another hydrocarbon, which is the rest, it's 3, 4, 5, C5H10. This one is the alkene. Okay, so by the end of this question we have solved these 3 different questions, and see you in the next episode with a new topic, with a new different questions. See you again. Bye.